Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm reviewing the new Zoya Fall 2025 collection with Lola. Say hi, Lola. Say hi, Lola. Hi, baby. This collection was sent to me compliments of Zoya, so thank you so much to Zoya for sending this my way. I'm sure they will soon be available on Beyond Polish, so stay tuned to my Instagram stories. I will let you guys know when they're available there. You know I have a 10% off code with Beyond Polish. That code is BNB10. And you guys know I also greatly appreciate you all for using it. So without further ado, let's get right into these absolutely freaking stunning beauties. Okay, so first up here we have Heeb. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's either Heeb or Hebe. I'm not really sure. I'm going to go with Heeb. So this is described as a creamy rose beige nude, and this one is so opaque. It's so smooth, and it's a perfect neutral. It's just gorgeous on the nail, and I'm loving it. Zoya has really done a great job with their formulas. To have a color like this apply so easily and be opaque in two coats is just so good, and I'm a fan. And then here you can see how the polish looks in the swatch photo under studio lighting. And next up we have Bari. This one, when I first applied it, I thought it was very peachy. It's actually described as a warm rose terracotta, but when you see in the comparisons, I do compare it to some peachy polishes, and it does not look quite as peachy compared to the peachy polishes as it is. So just stay tuned for that. This was another one that was so easy to apply. These basically have the same formula, easy two coaters, and absolutely gorgeous on the nail. This is one of those nude shades that I absolutely love wearing in the fall. And then here you can see the swatch photo under studio lighting, and then getting right into comparisons of Heeb and Bari. First up here we have, there are a lot. Just to forewarn you. First up we have Zoya Chelsea, was more sheer and it has a little bit more white in it. And then OPI Machu Picchu, you can see that compared to Bari. I thought they would be dupes, but you can see Bari has more rose in it. Then next up here we have Zoya Evelyn, was lighter and maybe a tad bit more purple. And then Orly Shaky Alibi was more tan. Here we have OPI Lisbon Once More, was lighter. And then Essie Topless and Barefoot had a little bit more brown in it. Next up, Essie Lighten the Mood was lighter. And then Orly Snow Bunny had a little bit less pink in it. We're almost to the end. Sorry, I told you. I warned you guys that there were a lot of comparisons here. Here we have Essie Go Go Geisha, which I thought that was a little bit more pink than it's actually showing up. Let me know if you guys think your Go Go Geisha looks like this. And then OPI Nature Strong, kind of a twig deal, I would say is probably the closest polish to Bari, but not a definite dupe. And then here I pulled out Zoya Sutton, and that's definitely so close to Heeb, except it's a lot more sheer. So I have two coats of Heeb on here. I also have two coats of Zoya Sutton, so you can see how sheer that one is. Okay, next up we have Samara, and I am obsessed with this polish. It's so pretty. I love, love, love shades like this. Definitely a fave from this collection. It's described as a muted mauve with a dusk-like softness, and it applies like butter. It could totally be worn in one coat, but I did do two coats here just to build it up, and absolutely stunning. Here you can see how the polish looks in my swatch photo under studio lighting and comparisons. I was sure that this was going to be a dupe to Essie Breathe In, Breathe Out, or It Takes a West Village. So you can see here, I pulled out Winona, which is coming up next, and another beauty. But you can see Essie Breathe In, Breathe Out has a little bit less purple in it. It's pretty gosh darn close though. And then Essie It Takes a West Village, you can see that has a little bit less purple in it too. Samara is so pretty. And Winona, another absolute beauty. These are so pretty. These polishes are jaw-droppingly gorgeous. This one is an easy two coater. Another one that could definitely also be worn in one coat. Just apply a top coat and you're good to go. It's described as a muted berry cream, and Got to give it to Zoya with these polishes. They're so, so nice. Such an easy formula to work with. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting in my swatch photo. And then I wanted to show you coming up, I do like this polish most on its own, but Zarin. This is a polish I wanted to try as a topper, but I don't love as a topper. I feel like it's too opaque to be a topper. So stay tuned. I will show you how Zarin applies in 2 coats, and it's so pretty. But here you can see how it looks over Winona. And then getting into comparisons, here we have OPI Nature Strong Simply Radishing. Was a little bit more red and a little bit more muted. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but it's not a dupe. Zoya Vera was darker, and then Zoya Sharon had more pink in it. Then I pulled out Essie Flowerista is brighter. Charmed and Dangerous was pretty close, but maybe a little more pink. And then Essie Swing of Things was darker. And next up we have Velma. Velma is described as a sienna red cream. I will say it is looking a little bit brighter in my video here than it actually is. It does have a slightly muted quality that I thought was going to be very similar to Essie, Been There, London That. You will see the comparison to that one in the comparisons. I will say that I did mess with the lighting a bit, and I feel like I did get the swatch photo pretty accurate. So you can see the swatch photo here. You can see it is a little bit more of a muted red. It almost looks kind of raspberry here. And then here we have comparisons. So I pulled out Orly We Flannelly Made It was darker. Essie Been There, London That you can see is brighter and more pink. And then Essie Mrs. Always Right is probably the closest, but I wouldn't say they're dupes. And then I pulled out some other polishes by Essie. Essie Nail the Grade and Essie Gel Couture Put in the Patchwork were both darker. And Emery. My God, this polish is so pretty. Emery is described as a blackened espresso gold velvet metallic, and this one applies like velvet. There it is in 1 coat. It's absolutely stunning. You can wear this in 1 coat, but I did do a 2nd coat to build it up, and I love it. This one is definitely another fave from this collection. It's gorgeous. Here you can see how it looks in the swatch photo under studio lighting, and then comparison. So I pulled out Zoya Sansa is more of a purpley burgundy polish, and then Zoya Murphy was more green, but I feel like those are the same type of formula. Just so good. I love these formulas by Zoya. And then here we have Navy. Navy is an inky midnight navy cream with profound elegance, and it is another beautiful polish. It's your typical navy. I will say it's a pretty dark navy. I compare it to Infinity Cool, which is more of a maybe dark blue. This is a true navy. It's super shiny and super pretty. It applies like butter, and it's an easy 2-coater. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting in the swatch photo. And then I pulled out Zarin to put over navy, or Zarin, whatever it is. And I like this one better than I did over Winona, but it's still just kind of not my style of topper that I like to wear. I don't believe this is truly a topper. And then comparisons. Here we have Essie Bobbing for Baubles. These all kind of look the same. A dark polish like this is always going to they're all going to look the same. Bobbing for Baubles, though, does have a little bit more gray in it. Essie After School Blazer was actually darker. And then Essie Infinity Cool, you can see here, is a lighter blue. Next up, we have OPI's Midnight Mantra and Zoya Isley, and you can see that Zoya Isley is brighter. And then here we have West. West is another fave of mine. This is described as a dusky pine cream. It's an easy 2-coater. It's gorgeous. Formula's fabulous, and I love it. Zoya is so consistent with their polish formulas, and I love that this one almost has like a tealy quality to it, but in some lighting it's really dark green. Is it teal? Is it green? Let's do some comparisons. After I show you the swatch photo here, swatch photo under studio lighting, and then getting into, we have quite a few comparisons here. So I pulled out Zoya Silva, and that was pretty close, but maybe a tad bit darker. OPI, my studios on spring, was lighter. And then Zoya Lu, there you can see it is more blue. Next up, we have Orly Cozy Night, had more blue in it. Orly Let the Good Times Roll was lighter. And then Essie Unreel It In was more of a true green. Then here we have Essie Stylenomics was quite a bit darker. Essie Gel Couture Autumn Allure had less blue in it. And then Essie Satin Sister had a bit more blue in it, but it does look pretty similar here. And then I wanted to show you, I figured some people might want to see how Off Tropic looks by Essie, so you can see how that looks here. And then after thinking about West a little bit more, I wanted to pull out the new OPI polish, the new OPI green. This is Cargo All Out. I thought it would be a dupe, but it's definitely not. And then here we have Daphne. Daphne is described as a smoky blue violet cream, echoing a midnight dream. I don't see a lot of smoky blue in here, but I do see a lot of purple, and I love it. I love purple polishes that are this shade of purple. It's an easy two-coater, and I think you guys are gonna really like this one. Here in the swatch photo, you can kind of see a little bit of smoky blue in it. Not a lot, it's still a purple, but you can see some smoky blue undertones. So I was curious to see how comparisons looked. So here we have Zoya Avi is a different shade of purple. OPI Mariachi Makes My Day was pretty close. Essie's Kimono Over was darker. And then here we have Zoya Becca was darker, as was Essie Hazy Days and Essie Leather Weather. And next up here we have Octavia, and my God, this is gorgeous. It's so, so pretty. So pretty. That's all I have to say. Let's end this here. That's all. I'm just kidding. So Octavia is described as a shimmering violet magenta pearl with jewel-like intensity, and it's intense. It's gorgeous. It's fabulous. It's all the fun things. It's all the obsessy things, all of those things. It's so good. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting. And then comparisons, I pulled out Zoya's Billy was a bit darker and just kind of more had a different shimmer in it. It seemed a little bit more magenta. And then Olive Ave's Nebula was more pink. And next up here we have Zarin or Zarin. I'm sticking with Zarin. No, I'm sticking with Zarin. No, Zarin. Zarin. Sorry. Zarin just sounds better to me. Zarin is described as a rose gold glitter, and here you can see why this polish is opaque enough in just two coats. It's so pretty. I don't feel like this needs to be a topper. I feel like it's absolutely gorgeous on its own. It's so pretty. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting and comparisons. So Zoya Polaris was a little bit more gold, not so much rose gold. Zoya Bani, I was surprised that Zoya Bani was so sheer. It was way too sheer. That's a true topper. And then Zoya Vienna was more true gold as opposed to a rose gold. And last but not least, we have Starling. This polish is another absolute beauty. I feel like this one might be more of a polish that would lean towards like a winter shade. It's described as a muted periwinkle with pink iridescent glitters. It's so pretty. It's an easy two-coater, and I feel like I will definitely be wearing this one in the winter. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting in the swatch photo. And then I pulled out Violetta, and I'm sharing the bottle shots with you here because I thought they might be a little bit more similar than they actually were. So I'm kind of showing you why I compared them. They're definitely not dupes. You can see Violetta is more pink and Starling is more of a periwinkle. All right, guys, so what did you think of this collection? Let me know in the comments down below, and then stay tuned. I have more fall polishes coming for you guys, and then I have a holiday collection coming as well. So stay tuned. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Bye.